Hi guys, good morning. In this session, we are going to understand uh, what is Hibernate framework and what are the topics that I am going to cover in this Hibernate framework here. We are learning the Hibernate framework of version 5.x. Okay, so latest version is 6.x, but we are learning 5.x because 5.x is a LTS version, that is long-term support version, whereas 6.x has having some bugs. So that's the reason we are learning what 5.x here. So what are the topics that we are going to discuss inside this Hibernate here is, first we will be understanding what is framework. Next, what are the different types of frameworks that are available. Next, introduction to Hibernate framework. Okay, so what are Hibernate features? Okay, next, what are the Hibernate versions here? That means from which version Hibernate has been started. Then next we are going to understand what is the difference between JDBC and ORM. That means in the previous sessions I have told you, right? So watch JDBC videos. Already we are having Java database connectivity to connect to database. Then why Hibernate framework? That is why ORM came into picture. So what is the main differences we are going to see? Then what is ORM, object relational mapping? Okay. Then what is Hibernate architecture? Okay. Next, Hibernate high level design diagram. Next, what is Pojo class, Java Bean class, what is entity class, UML diagrams introduction. Like that, we will be having many topics, like around 40 to 50 topics we will be having. Yeah, 48 topics we are having. So we will discuss each and every topic in a manner so that we will be understanding this Hibernate framework very easily here. Okay. Now, let me start introduction to frameworks here. Actually we know what we know. C, C++, Java are called as what? Those are programming languages. Sir, why programming languages? Programming languages provides us rules and regulations to develop the logics here. For example, I want to write a if condition in Java. Okay, if you want to write a if condition in Java, then how you will be writing the syntax? If, okay, so if parenthesis open, here you will be writing a boolean condition. Okay, a boolean condition. If this boolean condition satisfies to true, then go inside the if condition. Else, okay, else go into the else block here. Like that we will be writing what? The logics here. Okay, the logics. And how to write this if condition and how to write this else condition, that means rules, syntaxes will be given by whom? Will be given by programming languages here. Okay, by using programming languages, what kind of applications we can able to develop? We can able to develop only standalone applications. Okay, what is standalone applications? Like I want to develop a simple calculator. Okay, where the application will be executed in my system only. Okay, in my system only. If you want to use my application, then what you have to do, you have to copy the application from my system and you have to install in your system. And or else it is also called as what, GUI applications, or is command prompt, that means CUI applications. Okay, like that we will be having standalone applications here. For example, very basic example, go to the hotel. Okay, when you go to the hotel and you order something like idli or dosa, so what he will do, he will immediately type the code in the machine here and we will be getting the bill. Oh, such type of applications are called as what? Standalone applications. Okay, next, what is a technology? Okay, technology means these technologies are developed over programming languages. Okay, why these technologies came into picture? Because these technologies are responsible to develop what kind of applications here? To develop web applications here. Okay, okay. By using programming languages, what kind of applications we can able to develop? We can able to develop only standalone applications. Okay. By using technologies, we can able to develop what kind of applications here? Web applications. Sir, what is web applications? The applications which are executed in the browser, and we will be deploying this application in a particular web server. Such type of applications are called as what? Web applications here. Okay, web applications here. By using these web applications, okay, what kind of technologies that are implemented? Okay, so JDBC is a technology, servlets is a technology, and JSP is a technology here. Okay, so by using technologies, we can able to develop what kind of things here? Web applications, and we can able to write what? Business logics here. Sir, what is business logic? Okay, so there is some client requirement here. When that means if a client wants to implement his own functionality, like for example, let me take the example of travel. Okay, abibus. So when the user, okay, when the user wants to travel from Hyderabad to Vijayawada, the fare is 150 rupees. When the user wants to travel from Hyderabad to Tirupati, the fare is 200 rupees. Like how the fare is changing? Because the end user will implement what kind of sorry, the programmer will implement what kind of things here? Business logics here. Okay, so by using technologies, we can able to develop what? We can able to develop web application, and we can able to write what? Business logics. Sir, where we will be writing this business logic? We will be writing this business logic inside the servlets here. Okay, so these JDBC, servlets, and JSPs, these three things will be coming in your advanced Java course here. Okay, so what is my main suggestion here is, don't keep much concentration on these technologies because these are outdated, and in interviews also no one will ask okay in depth on these things here. Just read okay, what is JDBC, what kind of drivers we will be having, how to connect to database, okay, what is servlets, what is JSP, okay, so what kind of tags we will be having inside JSP. Okay, that means how to write custom tags, what is expression tags, what is a directive tags, like that you just revise okay before going to interview. Okay, don't keep much effect on okay much effect on these technologies here. Now, what is the latest version of servlet here is, servlet latest version is 3.2 and JSP is 2.1 here. Sir, here JSP stands for Java Server Pages. Okay, so JSP stands for what? Java Server Pages. Don't think JSP stands for Janasena Party. Okay, JSP stands for what? Java Server Pages here. Okay, that is very good. Now, servlet technology is owned by Jakarta. That means latest. That means after Java X has been removed. Servlet is implemented by whom? By Jakarta here. Now Hibernate 6 onwards also Java X has been removed. It has been taken care by whom? Jakarta here. Okay, we know what? JSP, that means JDBC, JSP, servlets are what? Technologies here. Okay, now we will go into the our main concept, what? Frameworks here. Sir, sir, already you have told programming languages, you have told technologies, but why these frameworks came into picture? What is the use of these frameworks and why we should learn frameworks? Okay, so that thing we will be discussing now. Now, in frameworks, we will be having different types of frameworks in Java, like Struts is a framework. Okay, so Spring is a framework and Hibernate is a framework here. Okay, so Struts is a framework, Spring is a framework, and Hibernate is a framework here. Okay, Sir, why frameworks are used? Frameworks is a special software. Okay, so frameworks is a what? Frameworks is a special software, or you think it is a one particular language which is okay, so which is developed on top of the technology here. Okay, on top of the technology, what it will do, it will provide common logic. Okay, it will provide common logic and reduces what? Reduces boilerplate code here. Okay, so now let me take one simple example so that you will be getting some idea. First, first, what we have came what? Programming language. Okay, so this is what? PL, programming language. On top of programming language, what has been came? Okay, technology has been came. Okay, this is what? Technology. Uh, on top of technology, what has been came? Frameworks has been came. Okay, frameworks has been came. Okay, frameworks. What it will do, it is a special software which reduces what? Which reduces boilerplate code here. Sir, what is boilerplate code? Okay, I don't know what is boilerplate code. The code, okay, the code which will be, okay, which will be repeated multiple times. Okay, which will be repeated multiple times. Such type of code is called as what? Boilerplate code here. Okay, boilerplate code. Okay, now in technologies we are having two types of things here. Like, what are the things? Open technologies and perspective technologies here. Okay, sir, what is open technology, what is perspective technology? I want to know. Okay, because before learning advanced Java you have to understand, right? Okay, so if anyone asks, you know advanced Java means, yes, I know advanced Java. So what is advanced Java? Advanced Java is basically is a technology. Okay, so don't say advanced Java. Okay, it has JDBC servlets. Okay, it is a technology. It is also called as what? J2EE. Okay, Java 2 Enterprise Edition here. We will be having two types of things here: open technology and perspective technology. What is open technology? Open technology means everyone can use their technology. It is what? Open source. Okay, for example, uh, metro lift. Okay, metro lift can be used by anyone. Okay, there is any rule? Okay, you have to, okay, that means you have to don't use this lift. Okay, only you have to use this lift. Like that, no rule, right? Everyone can use it. Okay, next, what is perspective technology? Perspective technology means what? Those technologies should be used by, okay, that means those technologies should be used by their company people only. Okay, that means if any client wants to use their technology, okay, the next remaining technologies also should be used by their company only. That means if their company has been developed two three technologies, okay, fourth technology also should be used from their company only. That means they will force the company. Uh, if the vendor wants to use another technology from their company, what they will do, they will force the existing technology, and that means they will say, you have to use this only. Okay, if you want to use this, you have to use this. That means they will force the existing technology from their company. Example, Microsoft .NET here. Okay, so C#.NET. So this is the best example here. For what? For perspective technology. Now up to now, what we have discussed what is a programming language and what is a technology and what is a frameworks here. Programming languages provides what? Set of rules and regulations. Next, technologies, it is used to develop what? Web applications. Frameworks, it will reduce us what? Common boilerplate code here. Okay, next, how many types of technologies? Two types of technologies: open technology. Next one is what? Perspective technology here. Now we will understand in frameworks also what are the different types of frameworks that we are having. In frameworks we are having two types of frameworks, that is called as what? Invoice framework and non-invoice framework here. Okay, what is invoice framework? The frameworks, that means the classes of the frameworks, our application our application will extend and we will be implement. Okay, and we will be implementing those classes and frameworks inside our application. Such type of frameworks is called as what? Invoice frameworks. And these classes and interfaces we can't execute outside of a framework environment. That means when you are developing an application, okay, you have to use these kinds of classes only. Okay, if you want to use these classes in another project, okay, so it is not possible. Such type of framework is called as what? Invoice framework. Example, struts1.x. Okay, so struts1.x is called as what? Invoice framework. Then you may get the doubt. Sir, in the content you didn't provided struts. You have provided Spring, Hibernate and Spring Boot. Sir, what is this struts? This struts is also a framework which is deprecated, and nowadays no one is learning these struts framework here. Okay, and this struts framework is tightly coupled. Sir, what is tightly coupled? Okay, so there will be a strong relation between one class to another class. Okay, so such type of coupling is called as what? Tightly coupled here. Next, what is the next one here? Non-invasive framework. What is non-invasive framework? Here, classes don't implement or extend. That means this framework will say, programmer, if you want to extend our API classes and interfaces outside of the framework also, okay, happily you can extend. Okay, no issues. Such type of framework is called as what? Non-invasive framework. Okay, he can able to extend the classes and interfaces outside of framework environment also. Example, Hibernate. Okay, that means Spring, Hibernate, Struts 2.x, okay, JSF, Java Server Faces, okay. So these kind of frameworks are called as what? Non-invasive frameworks. Now you people tell me how many types of frameworks we are having? We are having two types of frameworks. What are the two types of frameworks? What is the first one? Anyone turn on your mic and respond to me. What is the first one? Yeah. What is the second one? Framework. Exactly. Correct. Very good, Monica. Super. Okay. So these are the two different types of frameworks, and inside these frameworks also we are having sub kind of frameworks here. Okay, like in the above I have discussed, Spring is a framework, Hibernate is a framework, Struts is a framework. Okay, these are frameworks, but these are what kind of frameworks? Okay, these are non-invasive frameworks, I know, but what is a subversion of these frameworks? Okay, so again the frameworks are classified. That means it is divided into multiple parts here, like web framework, ORM framework, and application framework here. Okay, what is web framework? Web framework means it provides abstraction on technology layer, that is servlets and JSP technologies. And what it will do, it allows us to develop what kind of application here? Web application. Okay, sir, what is web application? The application which is executed in the browser, and this application will be deployed in a web server. Okay, if the application is deployed in a web server and if it is executing in a browser, such type of application is called as what? Web application. Example. Okay, so what is a basic example? If I type, okay, SV Infotech, uh, okay, when I click on enter, automatically what is happening? Okay, we are redirecting to our website here. Sir, how we are getting our website? Okay, when I enter the URL in the browser, how it is possible? Because this application has been deployed. That means it has been kept in the server. Okay, and it has been provided some path here, URL path. Okay, when I enter this URL path, automatically I am getting what? I'm getting the response here. Okay, so this, okay, to develop these kind of web applications, you will be using what? Technologies here. Okay, so technologies is a old thing, uh, because so it is outdated. On top of the technology, what kind of frameworks has been came into picture? Web frameworks has been came into picture here. Then what is the next one? Next one here is what? ORM frameworks. Okay, what is this ORM frameworks? Sir, actually we are having JDBC technology to connect to database. Okay, that is fine. Now what I want to do, I want to provide abstraction over JDBC technology. Okay, and I want to hide the common logic and boilerplate code. Then we have to go for where? We have to go for ORM frameworks here. Okay, What are the different types of ORM frameworks? Hibernate is a ORM framework. Abetis is a ORM framework. Like that, we are having multiple ORM frameworks here. Okay. If anyone asks you, what is Hibernate? Okay. Don't tell Hibernate is a framework. Tell them Hibernate is a ORM framework. What is ORM? ORM stands for Object Relational Mapping here. Okay. Next. What is the next one? Next one here is what? Application framework. Okay. What is this application framework? So this framework is responsible to provide abstraction over J2EE technologies like JDBC, servlets, JSPs, and EJBs also. What is EJB? EJB means Enterprise Java Beans here. Okay, so this is very old technology. Okay, this is also deprecated. If you want to provide a abstraction over these things, then what is the technology? That means what is the framework? Application framework here. Okay, so Spring is an application framework here. Okay, what is Spring framework? Spring framework is a application framework here. That means by using Spring, we can able to develop what? We can able to develop end-to-end application. Like how, okay, let me take one simple example of a, okay, bike mechanic. Okay, there is a one guy. Okay, so he has kept a one bike mechanic shop. He knows everything. He knows how to do, okay, how to repair engine. He knows how to repair the wheel. Okay, he knows how to repair okay, brakes, like everything. Okay, such kind of a framework is called as what? Okay, Spring framework. Okay, so here mechanic is what? Spring framework. Okay, by using mechanic we can able to develop a bike, right? Okay, so such kind of bike is called as what? Application here. Okay, so application here. So these are the three different frameworks what we are having. We are learning here ORM framework. Okay, so ORM framework, inside that we are learning a implementation that is called as what? Hibernate here. Okay, so now we will understand what is Hibernate. Okay, so what is Hibernate framework? Now let me ask you one simple question. So up to now what I am explained, if you have any doubts you can ask me. If it is clear, just type okay sir, it is clear in the chat box, so that I will be moving forward. Clear sir. Yeah, okay Monica. Okay, yeah, everyone should respond. Clear sir. Yeah, okay Shushmita. Yeah, that is great. Sounds great. Now, let me go into the main concept called Hibernate framework. Okay, so what is Hibernate framework? Hibernate framework is a ORM. Okay, ORM framework here. Okay, to learn this Hibernate framework, what is required? Core Java knowledge is required. Sir, I am learning core Java. Okay, I am in the middle of core Java. Can I learn Hibernate? Okay, you can able to learn Hibernate. In the middle of core Java means what? You have to complete your OOPS concepts and basic SQL database queries, like what is a create query, create table, insert table, delete table, drop table. Sir, I don't know basics of SQL database also. Can I learn Hibernate? Yes, you can able to learn Hibernate, but but there will be little confusion here. For the starting one to two programs, you will be having little confusion, and next from third, fourth programs, okay, you can able to develop Hibernate applications here. Core Java knowledge inside that OOPS concepts is must, and basics SQL. Okay, so basics of SQL database. Okay, now let me start. Who has been developed Hibernate? Okay, Hibernate is developed by Gavin King in the year of 2000s here. Okay, in the year of 2000s, Gavin King has been developed Hibernate. Sir, why he has been developed Hibernate? Because in the year of 2000s and earlier, we are having only JDBC to connect to database here. Okay, JDBC is having some limitations, okay, some drawbacks. So this Gavin King has been observed. Okay, to connect to database from Java application, there is some limitations and drawbacks. Now I want to implement a new framework. Okay, so Gavin King has been taught and he has been introduced to what Hibernate framework in the year of what? In the year of 2000s here. Now who has been implemented, that means what is the company name? Okay, JBoss. Okay, so who is the name? JBoss is the implementation vendor of what? Hibernate framework here. Now what is the use of Hibernate? Hibernate is used to, okay, so connect to database here. Okay, so up to now just remember those one line only. Hibernate is used to connect to database from Java application. But before Hibernate, how the data is stored? Okay, so first we will understand those. Before Hibernate, the data is stored in a concept of what? Files here. Okay, in the files we will be saving the data, where small data is only stored. From Java application we will be storing the data in the files. Okay, like how much amount of data? Only small amount of data. Okay, such, okay, I want to store small amount of data, we will be using files. And saving the files inside the data, we will be using one concept called as what? Serialization. Sir, what is this serialization? Sending the data or object over the network. Such type of concept is called as what? Serialization. Okay, so this is the first thing. Okay, so how the people will be storing the data inside the files here. And later JDBC technology came into picture, where data is stored in the database. We know in the database consists of what? Rows and columns. Okay, now the people are slowly saving the data in the database, okay, by using what? Rows and columns, and providing a particular name to a table. Okay, in the table we will be having rows and columns, where a primitive object, okay, that means a Java primitive object is converted into database understandable format. From Java application, slowly people are saving the data in the database by using what? JDBC technology. Okay, where primitive object, Java object, is converted into database understandable format here. Okay, so after JDBC came into picture, people are okay, so people are saving the data in the database. Okay, that is good. But now later people has been thought, it has some limitations. Okay, because it won't supports easy relation. Okay, that means JDBC doesn't supports inheritance. Okay, it doesn't supports association. That means what? Has a relation. Okay, so people thought, okay, so these two things are not supported by JDBC. Okay, they are thinking for the new framework. Then Gavin King told that, okay, yeah, I am developing Hibernate. Inside my Hibernate, all the drawbacks which are having in JDBC, everything will be covered here. Next, Hibernate will not, JDBC will not support join concepts also. Okay, we will be having joins like inner join, outer join, left join, right join, full join, like that. But in Hibernate, joins concept is also implemented. Okay, now ORM is a theory. I told you, right? ORM is a theory. And what is the implementation to that ORM? Hibernate is an implementation to that ORM theory here. Okay, by learning, that means by reading this theory, Gavin King has been implemented this Hibernate framework here. Okay, so ORM is a theory and Hibernate is a framework here. In interviews also tell them, okay, so ORM is a theory and Hibernate is a implementation to that ORM theory here. Okay, next, we have number of ORM implementation frameworks such as Ibetis, Hibernate, E-Link, and so on. Multiple things here. That means in the ice cream shop, okay, so ice cream vendor. we'll be selling multiple ice creams, right? Like vanilla, strawberry, butterscotch. Okay, who is the vendor? Assume the vendor is Scoops. Okay, here Scoops is a ORM, and vanilla, strawberry, butterscotch is a Hibernate. That means our Hibernate framework here, like that. Hibernate, iBetis, E-Link, like that here. Now, this time what is happening inside Hibernate? This time, okay, so some magic is happening. Java object is converted into primitive object. Okay, so the Java object will be converted into primitive object, and this primitive object again it will be converted into DB related, that means DB understandable thing. Okay, so how it is possible? Because in the middle there will be OR. Okay, we will be discussing. Now, up to now, just understand Java object is converted again into primitive object, but this time that object is called as what? Persistence object. Okay, what is persistence object? In the starting class, I have told you. Okay, we'll be having four types of layers. Okay, presentation layer, service layer, data access layer, and what is the next one here? Integration layer. DO layer is also called as what? Persistence layer here. The layer which is responsible to perform database related operations. Such type of layer is called as what? Persistence layer. And the object which is responsible to perform database related operations, such type of object is called as what? Persistence object here. Okay, so the object which is responsible to store the data in the database is called as persistence object, and this object is used at a persistence layer here. Okay, at persistence layer here. Okay, so now how many types of objects we are having? We are having business objects, vivo objects, and dto objects. Okay, sir, what is business objects? Okay, that means writing some service logic. Vivo, value objects. DTO. Okay, so which is responsible to carry the data to where? To the database here. So this is called as what? DTO objects here. Okay, just remember these are the three objects we will be having: business objects, vivo objects, and DTO objects here. Now, what is a futures of Hibernate? Okay, so what Hibernate supports and what JDBC doesn't supports. Hibernate supports is a relation and has a relation. It supports what? Inheritance, and it supports what? Associations. Yes, very good. It supports what? Multiplicity. Okay, what is multiplicity? One to many, many to one, many to many. Like that, multiple city, okay, is supported by Hibernate here. Next, it supports what? Cache mechanisms. Okay, what is cache mechanisms? Okay, so in the real time, every time we won't be hitting to the database. Okay, we will be maintaining some caches. Okay, where the burden on the database will be decreased. Okay, so such type of cache mechanisms is supported in Hibernate. Next, it supports validation for our column data. Okay, so if the wrong data has been entered from our Java application, immediately we can able to provide what? Validations. Yes, it is supported by Hibernate. In JDBC there is no validation. Okay, next, primary key. Okay, so table consists of primary key. Okay, so Hibernate only generates a primary key automatically. Okay, so let me take one simple example. Okay, so this is a database called test database. Database consists of what? Tables. Okay, these are tables. Now let me open this table. So inside this table, okay, so we are having what? Rows and columns. Now observe here, this is called as what? Primary key. Okay, orange color key, primary key. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now who is responsible to generate all these things? Okay, previously in JDBC programmer will be doing all these things, but in Hibernate, okay, Hibernate only responsible to generate what? To generate these primary keys. Okay, so that is the thing. Next, to generate primary keys, okay, so generator concept is used. Next, Hibernate is having its own query language called Hibernate query language. Okay, we are having SQL, structured query language. Like that only, Hibernate is also having its own query language called Hibernate query language. This HQL we will be discussing in part 2 of Hibernate here. Okay, next. Sir, you are telling Hibernate supports only HQL language. Sir, can we write SQL in Hibernate? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. We can able to write SQL inside our Hibernate applications also. Next, criteria. Okay, so criteria query mechanism. Okay, I want to search data from the database based upon the filters. Like, for example, now let me open one simple example here. What is that example here is, okay, Abibus. Now, so what I want to do, I want to search. Okay, I want to search from Hyderabad to Chennai. Okay, so on today's date. Okay, so on today's date, that means we are using some filters here. Okay, or tomorrow's date. When I'm clicking on search, automatically we are getting some bus details. Okay, like how we are getting bus details. Okay, based upon what criteria query. Okay, so such kind of filters. Okay, such kind of filters we can able to provide by using what Hibernate here. Okay, that means what? Criteria query mechanism. Okay, which is used to perform what kind of operation here? Select operation. Sir, what is this select operation? If you want to fetch the data from the database, such type of operation is called as what? Select operation here. Okay. Next, internally it supports what? Pagination concept. Okay. What is pagination concept? For example, I want to show only 10 records per a page. Okay. I want to show only 5 records per a page. Okay. Such type of pagination concept is also available in Hibernate here. Next, it supports what? It supports connection pooling. Okay. That means ready-made connection pooling objects will be available and we will be using those connection pooling objects. So sir, we don't know exactly what is this connection pooling objects. Okay, when we go in depth into the Hibernate, at that time there is a special concept called connection pooling. Okay, there will be understanding more in depth on this topic here. But up to now, just remember what is connection pooling. A ready-made objects will be available, which are okay, so which are used for our Hibernate application here. That's it. Next, what is the versions of Hibernate? Hibernate consists of Hibernate 1.x, 2.x, and 3.x, 4.x, 5.x. Latest is what? 6.x. But we are learning what? We are learning 5.x. Okay, so this is the stable version here. Next, what is the difference between JDBC and ORM? Okay, so this concept we will be discussing in tomorrow's class, guys. So up to now, what I am explained. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Come on, respond, guys. Have you understood or you're having any doubts? Okay, if you're not responding, what I should think? Okay, are you listening or you're sleeping? Okay, clear, sir. Okay, understood the concept, sir. Yeah, okay, Sushmita. Yeah, okay, guys. So thank you for session. We will meet in tomorrow's class. Have a great day.